Now, back with Theodore Tugboat and all his friends, here on Cubo.
Hello there. I'm afraid my old glasses are in need of some repair. Can you see how loose that arm is? See that? There's a little tiny screw there, and if I don't tighten that, I think this is going to fall right off. Not to worry, though. With the right tools, I'll have these glasses ship-shape in no time. Oh, look. See this? This is the biggest screwdriver in my toolbox. And for this job, the biggest is not the best. See, it's very important to have the right tool for the job. And the right, always, the strongest. That's the smallest screwdriver in my toolbox, but he is just perfect for tight. The arm of my glasses. There. All done. Yeah, tools come in all sizes, and they all have their uses, big and small. And you know, the same thing is true for our friends the tugboats. You know, I remember when one of the very small, the most useful. Even as the tugs waited for the dispatcher to begin the morning work meeting, there was a feeling in the air that this day was going to be special. Still, the tugs were surprised when the dispatcher told them they would all be needed for one. The Valiant must be some mistake. All of us for one ship? Well, that's never happened before. For one ship, said Theodore. You'd think the Queen was coming. Well, everyone laughed at that, except the dispatcher. You've guessed right, Theodore, he said. The Queen is coming. The Queen, the ocean liners, the tugs were speechless. See, every tugboat in every harbor dreamed of one day leading the Queen into port. But very few ever got the chance. Emily was the first to speak. I'll be ready, she said. Me too, called out Theodore. Me three, said Hank. Just try not to get in the way, said George seriously to Theodore and Hank. Everyone will be watching. Well, Theodore knew he wasn't the biggest tugboat. He was ready to do his best to help. The tugboats lined up neatly at the harbor's mouth and waited impatiently for the big ship. Suddenly, there she was, the Queen Stephanie, appearing out of a fog bank like some huge floating city. Well, she was the largest, most beautiful ship Theodore had ever seen. I mean, even Emily and George, and all kinds of wonderful ships, stared in amazement. Pearl, the pilot boat, was in charge of the tow. Well, are we going to float here all day, she said, or shall we help Her Majesty into our harbor? The tug poured into action. When they had all buttoned their tow ropes onto the Queen, Emily gave a blast on her whistle. The tugboats set out with the Queen Stephanie to a special dock where she came. George was especially proud as he began to sail under Benjamin Bridge, towing the great ship. I'm the happiest tugboat in the world, he thought. And then, disaster. Benjamin Bridge called out, "Look out!" Oh, but it was already too late. There was a dreadful sound of grinding metal. And then the huge ship simply stopped. The Queen Stephanie was stuck under the bridge. Now, I can tell you that many, many other ships have passed under Benjamin Bridge over the years, but the Queen Stephanie was the biggest of them all. First to become stuck. You see, water rises every day with the tides. And the tide this day was higher than ever because of a big storm on the coast. But all it didn't matter now. The great ocean liner was stuck. And it was up to the tugboats to get her unstuck. Benjamin strained to lift himself off the old Queen, but he couldn't do it. The great ship was wedged in tight. Theodore offered to help. Maybe I could help push. You can't help, roared George. Now, he didn't want to be mean, but Well, he was upset because the Queen Stephanie was stuck. I'm afraid we have another problem, said Fota quietly. The water in the harbor is still rising. No one spoke, but they all realized what Fota was telling them. If the water was rising, then the Queen Stephanie would rise as well. But Benjamin Bridge would stay exactly where he was right now. If they didn't manage to free the liner soon, well, either Benjamin or the Queen, or both, could be seriously hurt. The big tugs, George, Emily, and Fota, had tried to pull the great ocean liner free from under the bridge, but they couldn't budge it one bit. We just can't do it, said George, sounding like he was ready to give up. We aren't strong enough, agreed Emily. But Pearl, the pilot boat, was not ready to quit. We'll have to tug in the big harbor, the ones used for unloading the ships, she said. Then, on the ship, lift the bridge off the Queen.
No.
But was there enough time?
Starting Saturday.
Let's get to it then, said Emily, who was always determined to try. Come on, quickly, shouted George. Theodore couldn't bear to just float by and watch Benjamin Bridge in so much trouble.